Okay, here we go. The final moment on how to make the blue-green algae. And remember, blue-green algae is also known as Phycocyanin violeta because of its color. The color that you can see is a super bright blue-green. It's higher than that. It's actually, remember, we've leached out the color, and that's what we've concentrated here, and that's what your final result is once you make our little concoction here, and I'll show you how to do it. It's so simple. All we're going to do is you get a big mason jar and 2 tablespoons of the blue-green, and I'm going to put the blue-green in this clear glass so you can see what this stuff looks like. You can see that this color and that color, they're not the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to leach this color out here out of this powder that's sort of green-blue. So now this is the end result of the last, once all the phycocyanin or everything we've drank in our big glass here, this is the pulp at the bottom, this is the powder at the bottom, and it still tastes good. This has been in my refrigerator for about 3 weeks. Tastes like blue-green algae. I'm going to put that in my smoothie tomorrow. So here we go. We got 64 ounces of water, 2 tablespoons of blue-green, and remember, we're trying to get to this color here, to the leach of this beautiful blue-green violeta color. Now I'm going to amp this up. We're going to put silica in here, okay? Put in about 3 tablespoons to 4 tablespoons in this 64 ounces of water, because you're not going to drink this straight. Remember, this is a concentrate, and all it takes is about 1 ounce to 2 ounces of this to be able to get this beautiful color. And this is what you're going to do, is you're going to drink this color. When you urinate, you notice how this color doesn't come out of you because you have to process this color, and this color is energy. And so this is one of the most amazing energy foods there is because of its color. It's the same as like pomegranate. Pomegranate has that special color to it. It's not red, it's a burgundy. Now, what we're going to do to amp up what we want to do is the leach process. Remember, we want to make it faster. So I'm going to put in 2 drops. That's all you need. This stuff's powerful. 2 drops of our fulvic acid in. Our fulvic acid doesn't have hardly any iron. We actually filter it out. So this is a concentrated fulvic acid. A lot of different companies will make this fulvic acid product, but they're not all the same. I'm going to also put in a squirt of magnesium chloride, which is a really, well, it's a magical substance to spray on your skin. And I also put it in my water also to amp up my magnesium levels. That comes from the Zechstein crystal bed, and you got to know a lot of the minerals, they're not coming from the same spot. And the Zechstein mineral bed is a closed mine. And so closed mines mean that the subject of the Industrial Revolution doesn't even come in contact because it can't get to it. So we really try to get things like our salts and certain things that are, you know, salt's 300 million years old, our Himalayan salt. So it'd be good to get it in a closed mine because a couple 100 million years out in the, you know, out in the weather, it does go ahead and tend to accumulate. So we're going to put in our 2 tablespoons of blue-green. And we put, remember, a little bit of silica in. We put a couple drops of fulvic acid to help leach out. And I put in just a squirt of the magnesium. Get our wooden spoon. You want to make sure that you don't use any metal at all. The metal, remember, is made out of a variety of it's not silverware. It's made out of metal. And the metal that it's made out of is mostly nickel. And so the last thing you want to do is get nickel by clanging and clanging. So watch out for that. I always use bamboo and or wood. We have a lot of different varieties of wood and different utensils on the website. And you just give it a good stir. Both ways. Better if you get a longer spoon, though. And I wait about a day, you can wait up to 2 days, but after about a day or so, you've got yourself this beautiful color. This one's so purple you really can't see it, so I just made this about 30 minutes ago, and I'm going to show you how it's already starting to make its color. I'm going to use a strainer because I don't want to get any of the sudsy stuff, but you can see, check out the color. And that was we just made that about 30 minutes ago. But it's nice to be able to let it brew for a whole day, because then it gets super, super concentrated. And that's another concentrate, different form, that you can see is the best colors to drink or eat are the ones above the green, blue, indigo, and violet. The power of color is definitely real. Here we go. Hydration, hydration, hydration. Using liquids to really stimulate your metabolic rate, but also to stimulate your lymph flow. So use the liquids if you can. I drink blue-green every day. I usually put chia seeds in to be able to make me feel like I'm having more of a food source versus just a liquid. You can even make a very special drink too by the talk of the table again. A special drink is Soleil salt. A drop will do you. So you can see there's big salt crystals in there, and all you do to make the Soleil salt is fill this up with the same base water, and you put in the big pieces of salt that we have. These are big pieces of the Himalayan salt, and super salty. But this is not regular salt. It's got 70 plus minerals in it. And you let it sit in there for a day, and then you take your concentrate that you'd make out of here, and by the way, you don't stir this up ever again. That's it. It's just one time. At the bottom, you'll see on this one here, you can see how it's got the green powder on the bottom. That's the material we used to be able to make the concentrate above. So the last thing you want to do is stir that material in that material, because you lose the color. You won't get the color. After it's done, remember, don't throw it out. You can give it to your plants if you want. I put mine in my smoothie. Remember, it does taste good. And everybody says, how does blue-green algae taste? They taste like tea. Try to drink, if you can, about 128 to 150 ounces of liquid a day. It's the best thing you'll ever do. Most people, remember, they don't understand. Dehydration is the #1 cause of disease on this planet. It's the #1 cause of disease on this planet, is not drinking enough fluids. So drink your fluids, and we'll see you next time.
Important reminder: all information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.